Ibrahimovic finally has a card in the game that doesn't suck. 90 rated Fut Centurion Ibra is here, a 5-star, 4-star and a monster of the game. The nostalgic vibes are 100 with this card. 6'5" with a medium low, right footed with stats that are just pure striker instinct. We've got power free kick, injury prone, power header, flair, finesse outside of the foot and bicycle kick on his traits. 8 traits, one of them not necessarily being incredible, but looks a beautiful card. He's coming in at the moment extinct at 3.8. The hype around him is going to be absolutely massive with obviously his fallout. I think quite a few years ago now with EA about image rights and all of that yada yada. Very political stuff between the two. I think Bale was at the same sort of time, but they have finally given him a card back in the game. We've got this sprint speed on him. The shooting's looking fantastic. Dribbling looking brilliant as well. Everything with this card points towards a massive, massive striker. So let's jump in and see what Zlatan can do for us. I recommend using SkyCoach at skycoach.gg. Link will be in the description, and make sure on your checkout to use the code JT11 for a discount on your order. Now this is where you definitely want an Ibra, so let's have a look and see if my corner does it right. I did think he'd bring the keeper out. That's just never going to do well for us. Let's see if we can swing it normally. Big cross in. We're going to go and get a throw-in instead. We've downgraded somehow. Ibra's going to find this throw-in though. Little flick into absolute nothing, but the lanky legs of this 6'5" Swedish. There he is. Ibra already getting the goal with his weak foot. Sees him there. The best thing with him is he's got pace that not necessarily is going to be incredible to run past everybody. And we get a red time shot. That is squad battles changing it. Unbelievable. But like I was saying, he's got the pace to kind of even just put up a shout with the defenders, to be honest. Maybe not necessarily fullbacks. I feel like Theo, Alfonso, Furland would absolutely mincemeat him on a run. But in terms of the strength element as well, he's got a whole package in terms of being a striker. And normally, if we ever see a 90-something, like 92, 93 Ibra, team of the season, anything, he's normally pretty ecstatic as a striker as the keeper is out. Very, very silly move by me as well. I thought we might have been able to get some sort of outside of the foot there and maybe go a bit more on the diagonal. But he's normally as well so easy to pick up. He's obviously got the 5-star skills, which again works really well for him. Can we go for a bit of Travella? Travella needed a bit more dip. And look at the run already. It's just perfect. You don't even have to ask him and he's absolutely there already. Oh, and he finds him. Virgil's always in the way though. And again, into Ibra, looking for some options off him. Gets the big ball in. It's a lovely little bit of play from Theo. Tips one in for Smolarek with a big save from his keeper. And again, running through as we like to see. Ibra on it. I think he's probably one of the only ones that Virgil will always struggle with strength-wise. And it's a solid save from Dudek. Just shows the power of that shot. As we try and go for a cross here. Keeper is out, so we have to change our cross a little bit as we normally dip it straight onto that 6-yard box. Ibra with a bit of strength there, holds him off. Virgil's coming through. First touch, bang! And Dudek again with a monster save. Little run through from Ibra. It's a little bit harsh there. Mascherano doing quite well. Good pace from Ibra. Finds all the way in here. Looking for the finesse. It is simple for the finishing on that Swedish international. And again, into feet. He is just an absolute monster in this game. Pushes it forward. Looking for the run from Ibra. If we can find one. He knows full well where we're going every single time now. But even so, I still managed to get through with him. As he finds a ball, he's looking for that Cruyff. Again, we know where he's going as well. It works both ways, but I feel like Ibra just has that something about him. We see him here. We've gone for a very long ball, and like I say, in terms of centre-back running, he's got the pace to keep up with a lot of them, and the strength definitely to tussle with the best. Now the question is, can we get a little bit of a cross in here? Ibra's making the run in, goes for the header, and Dudek again, not the greatest of header, but still managing to go in between the lines. And again, another almost variety that this guy can offer. Hold up, crossing ability, then obviously just running himself. It's got to be good power. I feel like power shots as well would be absolutely exquisite if you could find your mode with him. This guy most definitely is never going to give me enough space to be able to pull one off, purely for the fact that he is on Ibra like a rash. Good take from him. Let's find a bit of something. He gets that big left foot in the way. And that there is the perfect example of why Ibra is the striker he is. I don't think I've even seen that animation where he almost puts his whole frame behind the defender. Or in front of the defender, however you want to take it. Into him here. What can we find from him? A little bit of a rainbow if we can. Finds his way through. And unfortunately can't finish off the rainbow. I'd imagine he definitely can pull that off a few times. Ibra laying in a bit of Theo. Can we get back to him? Virgil's going to be occupied with Theo. Finds him on the edge here. Finds the finesse. And I think it's took a deflection. Oh, there it is. Good save from Dudek in the 105th minute. Oh, Ibra. It's got to be. Keeper straight out. He's done very, very well. Honestly, I don't know if this is a Dudek review or Ibra at this point. He has been fantastic. So going into Ibra's overall, obviously still extinct as we can imagine. And to be honest, I could see him being extinct for quite some time now. Because 82 rated to 90, his first card, and like we say, we've gone through, in fact I didn't even want to click that, we go through the generations of him. I think last year we got the Winter Wild card, we didn't have anything in there, and I think it was, I'm pretty sure he fell out either in FIFA 19 or FIFA 20. I want to say 20 because we got the Summer Heat, we then didn't get anything, luckily got one big card last year, and this year so far we have only had the 90. Who knows, he could get a footies later on, but he's a brilliant card. Like I say, in terms of stats, a 5-star skills, perfect. 4-star weak foot, brilliant. 6'5", but feels better. Doesn't necessarily feel incredible on the dribble, but most definitely feels better than any tall player that we can kind of go with. Very much like a Haaland, he's not necessarily a dribbling type, but powerhouse is absolutely brilliant for him. The Chemstar people are saying is going to be marksman or engine, obviously to raise that balance that a little bit more with the marksman, with, what was the other one? Marksman, with engine, sorry. With marksman, you get 97 shooting, pretty standard. Obviously the other side of dribbling and a bit more physicality. I'd probably go towards more engine. I don't know if people are doing that purely to get the lengthy aspect of him, as obviously in the normal, he is controlled still. So the engine would give you 94 pace, always a bonus, 90 balance, a bit more passing. He's already got great shooting. If you wanted to really up it, then yes, the finishing would go to 98, and there'd be a slight difference. But most definitely not enough to say that he is world-changing going from marksman to engine. So I think that just goes onto your preference personally. In terms of the card, he is going to be absolutely brilliant. He's a very, very tall unit. He's got the pace, the physical, dribbling wise is good close control, the finishing's elite, decent passing, nothing too incredible, but most definitely can get a pass or two every now and then, and he will be up there with the strikers. Realistically, in terms of strikers, if we're looking non-icon based, we will see mainly Mbappe would be his #1 real rival. Other than that, in terms of rivalry, if we take out obviously the icons, because we know they're already incredible, Mbappe would be his one. Forlan Valère would be incredible as well. I'd say he absolutely trounces Aubameyang. Other than that, I feel like there's not many. Leao looks quite a nice card, coming in at a good price now. I'd say Ribery as a very different sort of striker, but in terms of the objective to get goals, both of them are class at that. And then other than that, I feel like Ibra is the one there, really. I genuinely think he is #2, #3 striker in the game, non-icon based. If we're going icon, your R9, Cruyff, Eusebio, Puskás would be up there. So you'd be looking at maybe, what, about a top 10 striker at the very minimum, if you disinclude all their versions. Otherwise, R9 takes almost 3 of the first 5 spots. But Ibra most definitely is a 10 out of 10. He is wonderful to play with. Let me know down below what you think about him, and make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.